Hey guys, appreciate you joining here. This weather right here perfectly reflects my current mood and state of depression after last night's live stream on RV Truth in regard to, what appears to be false accusations, innuendos, and slander against people, frankly, that we just don't even know. And I wanted to let you know how I felt about it and set the record straight. I don't treat anybody as an enemy unless I know they're an enemy, unless I know they're no good for humanity. And I don't think I'm alone in the desire for somebody to prove an assertion against somebody that's a weighty assertion. Example, saying that, mocking somebody's name, Andrew Kaufman.
It's crazy. Yeah. With Dr. Kaufman. And I always say the Kaufman, so instead of Kaufman, keep saying
the right Kaufman. How did I not catch that, dude? The Kaufman.
And a snapshot of somebody doing a handshake and correlating that with the Masonic Brotherhood. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't find it in my heart to do it. And I think it's wrong. I think it's unjust. I think it is a mean-spirited attempt to describe what you think is going on in the world, and it may not be like that for that person. Are there evil things going on in the world? You heard the thunder in the background. It looks like a storm's rolling in. Could it apply to that person? Could it be true about that person? Could Ron Paul be a part of the Masonic Brotherhood? Yes. Yes, he could. Do signs and symbols mean things to people? Yes, they hold great meaning and value for a lot of people. Maybe not you, maybe not me, but they do mean something. Are there coincidences in this world? I think there are. Can I prove that? No. Coincidental things happen to me that I didn't personally fabricate, or am I self-deluded? Have I been psychologically operated on? I see evidence that I have been. I see evidence that humanity has been. I don't know how you can escape the plans of those who like to socially engineer, the social engineers, the psychological operators. I don't know how you can escape that. If you see a billboard, you're being psychologically operated on some level. If you turn on the TV, if you watch a movie, there are things that they want to plant into our minds. We do know this. We can show this, we can demonstrate it, it's provable, it's objective. The place that I couldn't go with RV Truth last night is beyond the subjective. I needed something objective. Did I sound like a broken record? I saw people saying that in the chat. Yes, I was a broken record because we couldn't go on from why do you call and applaud the comment that Carrie Madej is a witch? Can you prove that?
And so you got the Kaufman, Madej, and there's something strange about, like, she's like a witch or something. I don't know what it is. I got a weird vibe about her. She probably has a crystal ball and some candles and a book and who knows what else. But man, I wouldn't be surprised she's some type of witch, and she's probably listening in as we're speaking. But that's perfectly fine, Richie.
Can you prove that any one of the assertions made against these people, are they provable? If you have proof, bring the proof forward. I didn't see any proof. Maybe others saw it in a different way. But I don't see how any good is done by making unprovable statements and accusations and what appears to be out and out slander against people. I don't know how we can do that. In my estimation, we need to be careful not to become the very monsters we claim to be fighting against. We'll cannibalize each other. We'll defeat ourselves. Our enemies won't even need to lift a finger to defeat us. We'll already be dead and bloodied on the battlefield before they get there. And that was the message I was trying to convey last night. As for the shirt store where masks, Totally caught me off guard. After that live stream on Anomaly, I don't even know how many hours I spent. It was well over 5 hours. I was doing it well into the morning because I felt like, yeah, Anomaly has a point. A lot of the people in the chat room have a point. I call them ritualistic shame muzzles. It's a bad look. Is it inherently wrong for somebody to wear a ritualistic shame muzzle? I've never made that claim. Never made that claim. If you're not free to wear a ritualistic shame muzzle, you're not free. If you're not free to buy a ritualistic shame muzzle, you're not free. If you're not free to roll up your sleeves and take the VAXX, you're not free. I'm not against anybody exercising their free will to do whatever they want to with their own lives. The thing that I've always had a problem with is the initiation of force and violence and forcing somebody into silence. I've always had a problem with that. Well, always. No, I've been a bootlicker. I've applauded the chains of my own oppression and the oppression of others, just like I think most of us that are watching this video have. So you can wear a ritualistic shame muzzle if you want to. I painstakingly went through my entire store to get rid of everything, and then I find out that there's a function within Spreadshirt that has nothing to do with my store, that's on my store with a heading of face masks, and you can click on that and you can put any of my designs on those face masks. I demonstrated last night on a live stream right afterwards because it really eats me. I don't want to be a hypocrite. If I'm found to be in hypocrisy, I want to know about it. Self-examination is good medicine. None of us is perfect. We all fall short, every single one of us. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I don't want to be a slanderer. I don't want to be a garbage individual. If you were my neighbor, I wouldn't want to be hamstringing you in life. I'd want to be helping you along in life. I would want to applaud the good and expose the bad. Because I just think that's what all normal, rational, loving, compassionate, kind human beings want to do for one another. Instead of pile driving them into the dirt, making unsubstantiated claims and mocking people's names that they have nothing to do with. But as for the masks, I will be dealing with that today. I don't even know what to do with Spreadshirt. It doesn't look like it's a function that's within my control. I've already been kicked off of Teespring. I'm on Spreadshirt right now. That's the way I feed my family and keep a roof over our heads. So, I don't know. I'll have to get back with you. If anybody has any ideas, I'll be calling Spreadshirt today and asking them why, when I got rid of it in my store, can people exercise that option? I don't know. You're free to do whatever you want to do. It might be a good idea if we want to change this world and we want to win against those people who are evil, the people who may be a part of those and looks like they're a part of those secret societies. If we want to win, we need to stop cannibalizing each other. I am in a deep, deep state of depression, gloom, despair. You know that, I know it kind of sounds funny, but it's not. Gloom, despair, and agony on me. It's agonizing. It's agonizing what was happening last night. The slander, the accusations, the innuendos, the trying to pin evil on somebody where there's no proof, the unjust measure. I don't even think I finished that question to him last night. I said, do you know what the verse is after judge not lest ye be judged? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. It's all a whirlwind. What is the verse right after judge not lest you be judged? And judge not lest you be judged doesn't mean shelf your critical thinking. Cease all discernment. If you see something bad, don't call it out and expose it. I don't think that's what Jesus was saying. Judge not lest you be judged is followed by, for with the measure or judgment you use on others, that same judgment and measure will be used on you. It's almost like karmic. It's almost like what goes around comes around, buddy. Karma's going to get you. You're going to do bad. You're going to sow seeds of evil in this world. Don't not expect evil trees and evil fruit to grow up in your backyard. So it says, judge not lest you be judged. Don't judge with a hypocritical, pharisaical, slanderous judgment. For with the measure you use, if you judge unjustly, that injustice will come back on, it'll boomerang on you, pal. Is what I think Jesus is saying. If I'm wrong, please correct me. For with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Some people want to use the measure of slander and innuendo and injustice against somebody else. Yes, I want to be judged, but I want it to be a just judgment. It's like Kevin Strickland. Kevin Strickland has been in a Missouri jail for 42, 43 years because he was unjustly judged against all the evidence that was in Kevin Strickland's favor. He was unjustly judged, and this guy is sitting in a prison cell. He's been there for 42, 43 years now. He clearly didn't commit the triple homicide in 1978. The people who actually did it were caught, said that Kevin Strickland had nothing to do with it. Both of those guys went to jail, served 10 years. They were out in a decade. 4 decades later, Kevin Strickland's still in there. I don't want that judgment to come on me, just like I don't want a slanderous accusation to come against me. If somebody says something about me that this guy was implying from the word go last night, because I put a picture up on the internet 4 or 5 years ago, took a picture when I was 17 and took a picture when I was 50, a transformation picture, and it was 33 years later I've learned 2 things. He was trying to pin 33 on me. In my mind, the 33 meant nothing. I gave it no thought. 50 minus 17 is 33. And then trying to pin some evil link, RFB called it flagrant, with Greg Anderson having a rope bridge in the background hanging on the wall, and Carrie Madej having the same rope bridge that you can get, that probably 10,000, 50,000 people bought at IKEA because they like the bridge.
Just it's just right in front of us. The 2 bridges.
I cannot believe that, man. I've been on the road, so I don't even watch YouTube anymore. You know what I mean? I can't. Yeah. That's just flagrant. That is. Yeah. She's sitting in the same position, almost identical.
Yeah, it's really insane.
I like that. I think that's a cool picture. It reminds me of it's serene. You know how you look at pictures, it's like, oh man, that's calming. It takes me to a place that, you know, looks like I've been before when I was a kid, and they were good times. It makes me feel good inside. But something that somebody doesn't think anything about other than, hey, this gives me a good feeling and it looks good on my wall, all of a sudden now becomes flagrant.
That's flagrant. I didn't even know this existed. That's flagrant.
Yeah, that's just. And
a bridge to nowhere.
Yeah, and this is the thing is, it's like the little Easter eggs in plain sight, and who's going to catch this?
What's flagrant mean? Overt immorality, something wrong, something evil, something bad. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I don't see how that benefits humanity. And a case can be made for where it's to the detriment of humanity. And then the ad hominems come out. Well, you're a gatekeeper. Have you really become a gatekeeper because you questioned that? Because you asked somebody to produce evidence of a claim that's been made against another human being? Are you really a gatekeeper? Am I really protecting all of Max Egan and all of Max Egan's teachings and all of Andrew Kaufman or Andrew Kaufman's teachings or anybody? Am I really protecting the whole, or am I just saying, hey, that is a statement you can't prove, and if you can't prove it and it turns out to not be true, because you don't know at this point if it is true or not, that's called slander. That's evil. That tears us down. It doesn't build us up. It burns bridges. It doesn't construct them. Maybe we should live by the edict, do all the good you can to all the people you can, in every way you can, in every place you can, as often as you can, simply because you're a human being and you can. Are there symbols that represent just demonic, evil, corrupt, unjust things? Yes. But how have you become any better by labeling something potentially a child, you know what, when it may not even be true?
We're not trashing anybody. We're down to it where people are following the wrong channels because they like the guy or the way he talks. We're Americans. Anybody with an English and Australian accent, we think they're smart. Max looks like a clown with no makeup on. He looks like he should be hiding in a bush trying to catch a little kid with a fishing rod and a bag of Skittles. I don't trust this dude.
Labeling somebody as a Freemason when it may be because of a handshake that you see on a freeze frame from a video when it may not be true. When somebody can take the same kind of freeze frame video of you if you're out in the, the grocery store conducting business and you shake somebody's hand and it just so happens to look like a Freemason hand sign or a handshake. And then somebody freeze frames that and goes, aha, Brian's a part of the Freemasons. Just like the innuendo from last night with the 33. Have you ever been to a Masonic temple? Have you ever been a Freemason? Well, what if I was and I lied about it? You wouldn't know. All you needed was the 33 on that Instagram post. Unjust, unrighteous, a measure I do not want against me, and I wouldn't want against any one of my loved ones because I would know my loved one, and I know myself. Man, it's so easy to use evidence in people's own words and their own writings and their own, videos of what they said that incriminates them. Why do you need something that you can't prove? Why not rest? Why not rest your entire case on the foundation of provable, objective, observable, repeatable evidence that anybody can arrive at the conclusion of? Otherwise, what have you done? If you've laid a subjective standard and judgment against somebody that you can't prove, you may get a whole bunch of people on your side. But it's not because of evidence, it's just because they believe that person. What's that called? The cult of personality. Oh, we don't believe that person right there is a child, you know what? Because of evidence that I can prove and that I can repeat and that I can demonstrate to others to show them, hey, this is why this person is who I say he is. It's, hey, just take my word for it. And if you disagree, you must be a gatekeeper. That is the cult, that is the epitome of the cult of personality. That's the epitome of cementing yourself in cognitive dissonance. That's the epitome of locking yourself and throwing away the key to your own echo chamber. Or drinking the Kool-Aid, or however you want to put it. No people will tamely surrender their liberties, their freedoms, the essence of who they are. No people will tamely surrender their liberties, nor can any be easily subdued when knowledge is diffused and virtue is preserved. Knowledge has to be diffused. That's objective, reasonable, logical, articulable knowledge. Okay, you believe that guy to be a child, you know what? You believe this guy right here to be a part of the Freemason Lodge? Prove it. When knowledge is diffused, that's how you preserve your virtue. You diffuse knowledge, and knowledgeable, logical, intelligent, loving, kind, compassionate people will come to the knowledge based on the merits, not based on somebody's word. And then that's how you preserve virtue. That's how you maintain a moral compass. Otherwise, everything's out of kilter and it's all off base. So I'm basically rambling right here. I didn't expect to be talking this long. If you disagree with anything I said, lay it on me. I'm correctable. The reproofs of instruction are the way of life. But I'll tell you what, man, we need kindness and love and compassionate and tempered with truth and justice and mercy in this world. And I didn't see any of that last night, and I feel like I am the cause of opening a can of destructive, evil, nonsensical words, and for that I apologize. I'm speechless, I'm depressed. I know this is just a day in the life. It's raining out here. I happen to like the rain, it's invigorating, but it's kind of gloomy too at the same time. And that's how I feel. You feel soiled, dirty, and nasty, and you know what's going to happen. He already said what's going to happen. Oh, wait till me and Richie from Boston get together. I'm sure a whole lot of love and mercy and goodness and kindness. I'm sure the fruit of the Spirit is just going to be bursting out of that live stream. I'm sure you're going to see tons of love, joy, peace, patience, long-suffering, goodness, kindness, faithfulness, gentleness, and a whole lot of self-control. I'm sure there's going to be a whole lot of justice going on in that live stream. And what kills me is it's not just the leaders, the RV Truths, the Russian Vids, the RFBs who claim they're an asshole. I don't see how you can make a better world. I don't see how can you vanquish the enemy by being an asshole.
That's one thing I really respect about you, man. I'll say it.
I'm an asshole, not an egomaniac. If I was an egomaniac, I'd spend $1,500 to get my front tooth fixed, but I don't care.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All good, brother.
It's an asshole is literally a contemptible, disreputable person. And you're not going to change your ways? You're okay with that, Richie? I don't know how many times he said it. I'm an asshole with a laptop. I'm just an asshole. And then, it's all good, man. It's all good.
All good, brother.
No, being an asshole is not good. It doesn't do your neighbor good. Love thy neighbor. How about this, RV Truth? You guys say you're for the Bible and that you're Christians and you follow Jesus? Isn't it one of the commandments, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor? You bore false witness, you slandered, you did wrong, you did evil. And the World Economic Forum t-shirt, the 666, it's just calling the World Economic Forum out for what it really is. It's truly evil. We demonstrated that. That's not slander. They were at Event 201 with the Gil and Melinda Bates Foundation and the Johns Hopkins University Fear Porn Death Map Boys and Girls. They were there. But it's hypocritical when I have the World Economic Forum 666, but in his t-shirt store, he's promoting the United Nations symbol, justifying it with flat earth terminology or whatever. You're promoting the UN? You're promoting 666? With the measure you use, it will be measured to you. I appreciate you guys. None of us is greater than all of us. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Good, bad, ugly, indifferent, whatever. If you disagree or agree, I'm not trying to rally the troops. I'm not even trying to be right. I just want to be walking in truth and love. What else is there? What else is there? What else do we have? Truth and love and mercy and righteousness and nobility and preserving virtue and diffusing knowledge. I'll see you guys in the next video. I really appreciate you.